Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I'm your physics teacher, Miss Kiran Shehzadi. Let's start today's lecture. Significant figures. Significant figures show the limit to which readings are reliable because it gives the reliability of our reading, so that's why the concept of significant figures is very important. Significant figures in a measurement include all of the digits that are known precisely plus one last digit that is estimated. Rules for finding significant figures. Non-zero digits are always significant. In 13.232, there are 5 number of significant figures because all digits are non-zeros as they are in between 1 to 9. So all are non-zero digits, and we know that all non-zero digits are significant figures. Zeros between two other significant digits are always significant. In 10.7, 1 and 7 are two significant figures and 0 is in between these two significant figures. So this 0 is also a significant digit and we get three significant figures in 10.7. In 2004, zeros are in between 2 and 4 and 2 and 4 are non-zero digits. They are significant figures. So these zeros in between two significant figures are also counted as significant digits. Hence in 2004 there are 4 significant figures. In 3.0056 there are 5 number of significant figures because zeros are in between significant figures. Zeros to the right of decimal and to the left of non-zero digits are not significant. In 0.00079, there are only two significant figures that are 7 and 9 because these zeros are to the right of decimal and to the left of non-zero digits that are 7 and 9. So these zeros are not significant figures and we have only two significant figures 7 and 9. Zeros to the right of decimal that appears after non-zero digits are significant. In 12.740, this 0 is to the right of decimal and after the non-zero digit that is 4. So this 0 is counted as significant figure, and in 12.740 we have 5 number of significant figures. In 0.0420, this 0 with red color is significant figure because it is to the right of decimal and after the non-zero digit that is 2. So in 0.0420 we have only 3 significant figures. Always put a 0 in front of a decimal point, such as it's good to write 0.247, it's good to write 0.0042, but 0.873 doesn't look nice. So we should write it like 0.873. However, in integers such as 8000 kg, the number of significant zeros is determined by the accuracy of measuring instrument. Here in 8000 kg, zeros may or may not be counted as significant figures. Smaller least count of our measuring instrument will give us greater number of significant zeros because a smaller least count of measuring instrument is more precise. If the measuring scale has a least count of 1 kg, then there are 4 significant figures written in scientific notation as 8.000 exponent 3 kg. In 8.000, zeros are to the right of decimal and appear after 8, which is a non-zero digit. So these zeros are counted as significant figures. So including 8 and this triple zeros, we have 4 significant figures. We can understand it by the help of this mathematical expression. Just divide the measured value of weight, which is 8000, by least count of measuring instrument, that is 1 kg. We get 8000 kg. By writing it into scientific notation, we shift decimal point towards left side of the value 8000 and we get 8.000 exponent 3 kg. So there are 4 number of significant figures. If the least count of the scale is 10 kg, then the number of significant figures will be 3. written in scientific notation as 8.00 exponent 3 kg and so on. Because least count of this measuring instrument is greater than previous one, so here number of significant zeros are less than previous case. In 8.00 there are three number of significant figures including two zeros and one 8. We can understand this by the help of mathematical formula. Just divide the value 8000 by least count, that is 10, we get 800 kg. Writing 800 kg into scientific notation, we shift decimal point towards left and we get 8.00 exponent 3 kg. In 8.00 there are three number of significant figures. So from this calculation we know that by increasing the least count of measuring instrument, number of significant zeros are decreased because measuring instrument with larger least count is less precise. When a measurement is recorded in scientific notation or standard form, the figures other than the power of 10 are significant figures. For example, a measurement recorded as 8.70 exponent 4 kg has three significant figures. So here 8.70 gives us three significant figures and the power of 10, that is exponent 4, is not counted in significant figures. If you multiply or divide two numbers, the answer is rounded off to the number of significant figures in the least precise term used in the calculation. Express the answer with the same significant figures as the factor with the least significant figures. For example, here 3.22 centimeter is multiplied by 2.0 centimeter. We get 6.44 centimeter square. For determining number of significant figures in our answer 6.44 centimeter square, we will count the number of significant figures in the least precise term and the answer will be expressed with the same significant figures as the least precise term with the least significant figures. So in our calculation, least precise term is 2.0 because we can compare 3.22 with 2.0. In 3.22 there are three number of significant figures and in 2.0 there are two number of significant figures. So the least precise term is 2.0 with least significant figures. As the least precise term 2.0 is having two number of significant figures, so answer should be rounded off to two significant figures. So 6.44 is rounded off to two significant figures. By using the rules of rounding off numbers, we can round off this term 6.44 and we get 6.4 centimeter square. If you add or subtract, the answer is rounded to the same number of decimal places as the measurement with the least number of decimal places. Express the result with the same number of decimal places as the number in the operation with the least decimal places. When we add 2.33 with 3.0, we get 5.33 centimeter. We can compare 2.33 with 3.0. There are two number of decimal places in 2.33 and there is one number of decimal place in 3.0. So in this calculation 3.0 is having least decimal places, so our answer should be rounded off to one decimal place because 3.0 has one decimal place. So 5.33 is rounded off to one decimal place and we get 5.3 centimeters. Here we have applied rule of rounding off numbers which we have discussed in previous lecture. Now we are doing practice of significant figures. Here in this number 120000, there is no decimal point, so zeros are not significant and we have only two significant figures 1 2. But here in 120000 there is a decimal point and all digits including zeros to the left of the decimal are significant, and we have 6 significant figures. Here in 1005, zeros are in between two significant figures, in between two non-zeros. So all figures are significant and we have 4 significant figures. Here in number 123.00, we have 5 significant figures. All figures are significant because 0 to the right of the decimal are significant. So we count 123.00 as 5 significant figures. Here in number 0.00523, there are only 3 significant figures because, as we have discussed, zeros to the right of the decimal with no non-zero values before the decimal are not significant figures. That's why only 5, 2 and 3 are counted as significant figures. And we get 3 significant figures in this number 0.00523. In number 0.0052300, there are 5 significant figures. Here, zeros to the right of the decimal and to the right of non-zero values are significant. We discussed this point in previous slide. So in this number, we count 52300 as significant figures, and we have 5 significant figures in this number. Our next topic is precision and accuracy. Here you can see that Miss Hania is hitting the dartboard with the pointer and Mr. Fahad is also hitting the dartboard with the pointer. This is the best example to understand precision and accuracy. On dartboard, this central point is the target point. This represents the actual value. Pointer may hit this central point or anywhere on the dartboard as the targeted pointers show the measured value, and it may be anywhere on the dartboard or on the center of the dartboard, which represents the actual value of the measurement. So by observing Ms. Hania's and Mr. Fahad's targeted pointers, we can understand precision and accuracy easily. On right side, these two dartboards are representing the experiment done by Mr. Fahad, and on the left side, these two dartboards are representing the experiment done by Ms. Hania. We have taken two axes, x-axis and y-axis. On x-axis, accuracy is increasing. On y-axis, when we move upward, precision is increasing. In Ms. Hania's experiment, you can see that hitted pointers are away from the central point of the dartboard and all the targeted pointers are far away from each other. Because pointers are far from central point, so there is low accuracy, and pointers are away from each other, so precision is also low. On Miss Hania's another experiment, we can see that targeted pointers are away from central point, which shows that there is low accuracy because measured values are away from accurate value. But hitted pointers are closer to each other. Because measured values are closer to each other, it means that there is high precision in this experiment. But as these pointers are away from the central point, that's why they are showing low accuracy of this experiment. You can see that in Mr. Fahad's first experiment, hitted pointers are near to the central point, which shows that there is high accuracy in this experiment. But hitted pointers are away from each other, that's why there is low precision in this experiment. In Mr. Fahad's second experiment, you can see that hitted pointers are on central point of the dartboard and they are closer to each other. So there is high accuracy and high precision in this experiment. So moving from left to right, you can see that accuracy is increasing. There is high accuracy when we move from left to right. And when we move upward on y-axis, we can see that precision is increasing. There is high precision when we move upward on y-axis. Now we can define precision as a measure of how close a series of measurements are to one another. A measure of how exact a measurement is called precision. Accuracy can be defined as a measure of how close a measurement is to the true value of the quantity being measured, or how closely a number agrees with the correct values. Now you understood that precision is not equal to accuracy. Accuracy means how close a measurement is to the true value. Precision refers to the degree of subdivision of the measurement. For example, if a room is 10 feet long and you measure it to be 15.9134 feet long, your measurement is very precise but inaccurate. Measurements should be accurate and as precise as the measuring device allows. Few examples of precision and accuracy. Who is more precise when measuring the same 17.0 centimeter book? Measured values of Aisha's experiment are 17.0 centimeter, 16.0 centimeter, 18.0 centimeter, and 15.0 centimeter. Measured values of Fatma's experiment are 15.5 centimeter, 15.0 centimeter, 15.2 centimeter, and 15.3 centimeter. As you can see that measured values of Fatma's experiment are closer to each other. That's why Fatma is more precise when measuring the same 17.0 centimeter book. Who is more accurate when measuring a book that has a true length of 17.0 centimeter? Measured values of Aisha's experiment are 17.0 centimeter, 16.0 centimeter, 18.0 centimeter, and 15.0 centimeter. Measured values of Fatma's experiment are 15.5 centimeter, 15.0 centimeter, 15.2 centimeter, and 15.3 centimeter. As Aisha's experiment shows that the measured values are closer to the accurate value, the measured values of Aisha's experiment are near to the accurate value. That's why Aisha is more accurate when measuring a book that has a true length of 17.0 centimeter. There is another example of precision and accuracy. You can see that in all the figures A, B, C and D, we hit rings on a target pin and these rings are hitting on different places. In figure A, rings are hitted on the target pin and they are closer to each other. That's why there is good accuracy and good precision. In figure B, you can see that pins rings are targeted on the pin but away from each other, so there is good accuracy and poor precision. In figure C, you can see that rings are away from targeted pin but they are closer to each other. That's why there is poor accuracy and good precision. And finally, in figure D, you can see that rings are away from each other and they are far from the targeted pin. That's why there is poor accuracy and poor precision. These rings show the measured values of the experiment and targeted pin is showing the accurate or true value of the experiment. Question. The reading taken with different time devices are T1 is equals to 2.5 second, T2 is equals to 32.54 second and T3 is equals to 10.52 second. Find the total time up to correct precision. Solution. For total time, we can sum up all the time measured. T is equals to T1 plus T2 plus T3. Putting the values of T1, T2 and T3, we get T is equals to 2.5 plus 32.54 plus 10.52. And by adding all the values, we get time T is equals to 45.56 seconds. As the least precise number is T1 is equals to 2.5 second. Hence, round off their sum to one digit after decimal point. We get T is equals to 45.6 seconds. We discussed this rule in previous slide that if we add a number, the answer is rounded to the same number of decimal places as the measurement with the least number of decimal places. We just applied that rule of significant figures here. And in our measured values, the term with least number of decimal places is 2.5 second. T1 is equals to 2.5 second. So our answer T is equals to 45.56 second is rounded off to one digit after decimal point, and we get T is equals to 45.6 seconds. Question. The diameter of solid cylinder measured with vernier caliper is 2.20 cm and its length to be 3.52 cm. Find its volume to the possible accuracy. Solution. Volume of solid cylinder is V is equals to pi r square L. We have the value of length and diameter, but here we need radius of the solid cylinder, so we can divide diameter with 2 to get radius of the solid cylinder. Putting the value of diameter 2.20 centimeter and dividing it by 2, we get radius is equals to 1.10. Putting the value of radius and length in equation number 1, we get V is equals to 22 divided by 7 into 1.10 whole square into 3.52. After solving this, we get V is equals to 13.38605714 centimeter cube. To determine the number of significant figures in the answer, we can apply the rule of multiplication, which we discussed in rules of finding significant figures in previous slides. According to that rule, when we multiply numbers, the final answer is rounded off to the number of significant figures in the least precise term used in the calculation. Here both terms have three number of significant figures. In 1.10 we have three number of significant figures. In length 3.52 we have three number of significant figures. So answer should be rounded off to three number of significant figures, and here we can apply rules of finding significant figures, and we get 13.4 centimeter cube after rounding off the value. You can do practice of significant figures, calculate the following questions and write final answer with significant figures. Thank you. Take care.